So I really appreciate this platform that you're putting out here to encourage artists, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of give them just examples of a different way to present themselves, something unique, something that's, but that's feasible,
Mhm.
as a way to start and get moving and get going. And I think that's awesome.
Art and Inspiration is dedicated to bring you purpose driven content that will motivate and entertain you with thought provoking conversations. Hopefully, Art and Inspiration will inspire you to express your unique self through whatever form of creative expression you may have, whether it's through art, literature, poetry, music, or dance. Art and Inspiration aims to be the catalyst to get your creative juices flowing. It is our hope that your time here today is time well spent. I'm Rita Rue. Welcome to Art and Inspiration, Episode 5. Now, today on Episode 5, I don't have any guests lined up for the show. So I'm just going to answer a random question from my list here. And the next episode, hopefully, I'll have a guest on for you. But if not, I'll be back answering more questions. So if you have any questions for me that you'd like answers to, just drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll go back and get to it and make sure I address those questions. As a little girl, growing up in my grandfather's house, he had a two family flat. It was like a three family flat. Why I kind of almost said that because he converted the basement to a living quarters for himself. I lived on the main floor along with my mother and sister and my great grandmother and another aunt. And then I had an aunt upstairs in the upper flat with her family. And my grandfather converted the basement. He put a bathroom down there, and one of the cellars he turned into a bedroom. So we had a lively environment there at the house, just filled with a lot of love and family. And my cousin Carl, one day he was at the dining room table. I assume he was at the dining room table because that was the big table and it had enough room for him to spread his art materials out on. And I walked through the dining room and saw him there at the table, all concentrated on what he was doing. So I stopped by as a normal pesky kid would do to see exactly what my big cousin Carl was doing. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, what you doing?" And he said, "I'm doing my art assignment." And I said, what are you doing? What does that mean?" And so he explained to me what he was doing. He was competing in a competition at the time. And I said, I wanna learn to draw too. I wanna draw." And he kindly obliged and gave me a pencil and a piece of paper and let me draw there at the dining room table with him. But as I drew, I wasn't happy with my results. What I was seeing on my paper compared to when I looked over at his paper and saw what he was producing. And so I said, "Could you teach me to draw? I want to draw too. I can't draw like that. I want to draw something." And so he gave me a figure to draw, something a little easy, not easy for me at the time, but something that was accomplishable with practice. Um, so I began to practice the figure that he gave me to draw, and I couldn't do it right away, and I got frustrated. And he was still trying to get it done with his work, and he told me, he said, "I'm going to show you this one more time, and after that I'm not going to show you anymore. You have to do this on your own. You have to practice. It takes time." And I don't know the words verbatim, but they were along those lines. So I stopped bothering him, and I had my paper. He gave me more paper, and I was able to sharpen my pencil and get right back into it. over time, I learned to draw that figure that he gave me. To this day, I can still draw that figure. It's been years and years ago since I've drawn, uh, well, since that time at my grandfather's table. And I don't know, from there, I would have to assume my love for art was it blossomed from there. And I've been drawing for quite a few years of my life. I'm still to this very day drawing here and there. I pick it up sometimes and then put it back down and then I come back to it. But art has been a big part of my life. And that's pretty much how I got started into drawing. And it's all due to seeing my cousin Carl sit down at my grandfather's dining room table to complete a homework assignment for his art class. And me being the nosy kid that I was, I asked him, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he took the time out to explain to me what was going on and actually let me partake in drawing. And for that, I want to say thank you, Cousin Carl. And for anybody who has a pesky kid in their family and they're inquisitive and want to know what's going on, stop, take a little bit of time to explain to them and let them partake in uh, what's going on. You never know where it could develop from. Uh, that's going to be the only question I address for this episode of Art and Inspiration. The next thing I want to address, let's go to the next segment here. That's all I want to address for that episode of Art and Inspiration. I'll come back to it from time to time and answer a few more questions. But on the next episode, I hope to have a guest here and we'll find out what inspires them through whatever creative form of expression they're expressing through. Um, you may hear the music in the background for each episode. For my intro on this channel and the Creative Atmosphere channel, I have an introduction, and it's something that I play around with. I'm trying to create different sounds for the show, and this is one. This is an old one to be exact, but I decided to dust it off and pull it out and try to use it for something. But we'll see. We'll experiment as time goes on, and you guys let me know what you like. Give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below. That's another thing I want to segue into. Thanking people who've actually taken out the time to press that thumbs up button and also get those fingers typing and drop a comment below and let me know what they think of episodes. I appreciate it so much. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. And it doesn't go unnoticed. It's much appreciated. Well, this has been Rita Rue of Art and Inspiration. That's just a quick little segment, something to say hi and let you guys know that I'm still here. And I'll be back with more content. I'm Rita Rue, and this has been Art and Inspiration, Episode 5. See you soon.